Hi, I'm Cheyenne Dirksen-Schroeder, Assistant Editor of the Hutchinson News. Today we're talking to different candidates affecting our readers here in this area. First of all, tell me your name, where you're from, what are you running for?
My name is Keith Esau. I live in Olathe, Kansas, and I grew up just down the road here in Buhler. I'm running for Secretary of State.
Okay, why Secretary of State?
I've always been interested in the political election process and how the maps are drawn, how to make the precincts fair, how to make sure that we get as many people out to vote. It's a natural fit for me. I've been the elections chair in the legislature for the last couple of years, and I just want to make sure that we make voting easy and fair for everyone in Kansas.
Okay, are there some things that aren't working so well right now that you'd like to focus on, or?
We hear a lot of complaints about people who are having trouble getting their registrations done. I think we can do more assistance in the Secretary of State's office. But I think also there's a lot of people who they sign up to vote at the driver's license office, and then they really never follow through to complete those registrations. We need to make sure that we help them follow through on that.
Do you have some ideas for how to do that specifically, or?
Sending out more notices than what we're doing, giving them the resources they need to get the documentation for citizenship and other things.
Sure. Okay. Now, voter apathy, it's been shifting recently, so we've seen some changes. What are some things we can do to improve voter turnout here in Kansas?
Probably the biggest thing to improve voter turnout is to have a controversy. We saw this with the elections last year and the municipal elections. We got voter turnout to improve, but it improved more in areas where there was a contested race than it did in areas where there wasn't a contested race. The whole point of moving it to the fall was to improve voter turnout. It worked, just not as well as we wanted it to. People need to be interested in the races. There have been thoughts on how to do that, but on the city elections, the municipal elections, but we have a little bit better time in the other year elections because we have the parties helping to drive voter turnout, and we don't have that in the city elections. The parties make sure that their people show up and vote.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of baby step changes, that there's maybe a few small shifts to make, see how it goes, make another small shift. Are you seeing that as well, or does Kansas sort of need a massive upheaval of how things are going right now to change everything?
I think we've had enough upheavals in the last few years. I mean, the fall election change was a big one for a lot of county clerks to swallow, and it actually helped them because they could even out their workloads a lot more. I think now we just need to concentrate on what we have and doing what we can to help people get to the polls, and primarily we probably need more polling places in some of the counties.
Really? Okay. So.
Well, we just passed a bill in the legislature to put the election commissioners' budgets in the 4 largest counties under the control of the county commissions. Unfortunately, what's probably going to happen is if the elections budget gets cut, that cuts the number of polling places and the number of polling workers and the notices that go out, and we'll need to find new ways of getting voter involvement and convince the county commissions that they need to spend money to increase the number of polling places.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
And thank you so much for watching.